Okay, welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is my first ever video, and in this series it's called Road to High Fashion. So I'm going to be documenting my journey to get back in shape. Basically, I got a little bit out of shape. I was 6'1", 195, kind of flabby, and right now I'm down to 6'1", 180. So I'm looking to get right around 168 to like 171, in between there, and I'll see how it looks. But yeah, once I get down to that weight, I'll see how it looks, and if I'm happy with it, then obviously I'll stay there and kind of maintain my calories at that point for a while. But I am doing this in a home gym, obviously, if you can't tell, and so the equipment I have access to, it's kind of limited, but at the same time, it's honestly just enough for what I need. I can get just as good of a workout at a home gym like this as I can at a real gym. So I got bands, I got dumbbells that'll go up to about 40 pounds each. I've got leg extensions, both for the quads and the hamstrings. Obviously I can do calf raises. I got a bench, a barbell, and I have a pull-up bar as well. So yeah, like I said, that's all the equipment that I really need. I'm really trying to get my shoulders to hold muscle and my chest. It's my biggest thing because you kind of want to have that like Dorito shape. Now, as far as diet goes, I've tried like every kind of diet, and I've just found that keto works by far the best for me. I feel the best on it, especially whenever I get lower in calories. I've just noticed that higher fat just makes me function a lot more. It keeps my hormones more balanced, and I have more mental clarity, and I just don't feel as lethargic. I think that running on fat just helps with that a ton. So also, I do fast until usually 1 p.m. every day, and that just makes me feel better. I don't know why. I really don't know the science behind it too much, but I've just noticed that I feel a lot better doing that. I don't like to work out while I'm fasted though, so if I have to work out in the morning, I will eat something before, but usually I'm working out at night anyways. And whenever I'm on a cut, I do kind of switch the training around just a little bit so I don't get injured. I don't want to keep as high of volume. Like I said, I'm only going like 4, maybe 5 days a week to the gym right now. And on a bulk, I would usually be going 5 or 6 days a week just because I have more energy to spare, more muscle to build. But right now I'm just trying to maintain. So really, you could get away with 2-3 days a week, honestly. But I just like lifting weights, so I do it more. But your body will hold on to muscle if you're doing full body, like 2-3 days a week. Some people even say 1 day a week is good enough to maintain. I will say for sure though that any of the times that I've gotten injured, whether it was in boxing or just in the gym, is whenever I'm cutting, for one, and for two, I keep my training the exact same as whenever I was bulking. The same volume, trying to hit the same amount of weight every week, trying to progressive overload. I always get injured whenever I do that. And another thing that I've found over the years of lifting is, all these YouTube fitness people, they talk about how you want to control like for 3, 4, 5 seconds on the way down. I found that to be really, really bad and actually cause little injuries. It's never caused anything major for me, but it causes little injuries and little tweaks. And so I try and do like 1-2 seconds on the way down, max. And I don't know, just try and contract the muscle through the entire range of motion. Don't really focus too much on the speed. But with that being said, also don't just go throwing the weight around. You'll get injured like that too. So just, I don't know, have common sense with it, right? Don't go throwing it around, but also don't go too slow, in my personal opinion. You can obviously do whatever you want to do. But that's my personal opinion on it and what I found works best for me. So yeah, here I'm just showing you all my equipment I have. I've got dumbbells, I've got, an ab roller, got a pull-up bar, and then the bench, and leg extensions and curls. So I also got a rowing machine and a Peloton. I do cardio twice a week, high intensity cardio. That's just what I found works best for me. So my split currently is chest, shoulders, triceps, and neck. And then I do back, biceps, and neck. and then I do legs all together, so calves, quads, adductors, hamstrings, glutes, all on the same day. And then I'll do abs usually twice a week, and I do heavy compound movements on that. I am dealing with an injury right now though in my foot, so legs is pretty hard for me. I can pretty much only do curls and extensions because any pressure getting put on the ball of my foot really messes it up. So that kind of sucks, but gotta work around injuries. And as I mentioned, I do train my neck. So I do reverse curls and forward curls. And I don't do the side bend things. I found that those kind of tweak my neck a little bit because it kind of involves the back of my neck and the front. It's just an awkward position. I don't really like it that much. So that's why I do front and back only. But guys, neck training is super, super important. It's one of the most important muscles you can train for not only aesthetics, but also safety too. The thing with neck though is you do have to be careful. You can't just go in there throwing your head around with weights on it and just straining your neck left and right. You know, you can paralyze yourself. It's very dangerous to train your neck if you aren't doing it properly. So just make sure to look up videos on how to do it properly. And at the end of the video, I do have some clips of me training my neck. And again, I don't go super slow on the way down because I found that it strains muscles. I just don't like the feeling of it. I tweak things if I go too slow. So you will see that at the end, that even on neck training, I don't go super slow on the way down. I just kind of feel the contraction the entire way through. I make sure I'm not using a bunch of momentum to get the weight up. But honestly, even with that, man, I saw people whenever I was at a commercial gym, I saw people throwing the weight around and they were jacked. So, I don't know, man, different things work for different people. Don't be stuck on one thing to where you're not willing to change your perspective. And that's with everything in life, honestly. Alright, well, I'm going to leave you guys to watch the rest of this video, and I will see you in the next one. This is just episode 1, so I'm going to be popping out these probably 2 times a week. So, see you guys soon. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.